Disclaimer. The conversations, ideas, plans, and other content of this podcast do not constitute advice about investing in cryptocurrency or any other types of investment. We are learners, not investment experts, and we intend this podcast only to be a record of our own journey into cryptocurrency investments. Enjoy!
Well, welcome to Getting Started with Crypto's Closer Look. We're looking today at Arcblock. That's one word, ARCBLOCK. The ticker acronym is ABT. And it's a pre-ICO right now as of recording this date. And it's an ERC20 coin. The ICO date starts February 3rd, goes until February 10th. But my experience is these things don't usually last more than a day. Sometimes not more than 5 minutes if it's popular. The minimum, if you're going to get in on that, is 0.1 ETH. And the maximum is 50 ETH. And it's KYC required. And unfortunately, folks, if you live in the USA or China, then you are not supposed to be getting in on this ICO. You are supposed to be banned from it. What you do is your business, though. So, Christian, why did this catch our attention? Why this Arcblock?
Arcblock caught my attention because it is a new blockchain platform.
Yeah, they're calling it Blockchain 3.0?
Blockchain 3.0. And, before getting into 3.0, I just want to look at the history of coins that are their own blockchain. So think about it as you're investing into the highways itself for blockchain and for crypto.
Right.
If you look at history, you see coins like Ethereum,
Okay.
Cardano, Stellar Lumens, IOTA, Neo, Icon, Railbox. It goes on and on. Each one of these coins, since their initial ICO, minimum 10x. Some of them, like Ethereum, well over 1,000 at this point.
Yeah.
It's just a very popular way to go when you're looking for a coin that has potential. So me personally, I just see this as another opportunity to get in on the ground floor for a whole new blockchain.
Yeah. Christian or Wilson, can you explain something to me? How can this be an ERC20 and be its own blockchain? Do I not understand the nature of that? Like, I thought if you're an ERC20, you're part of that blockchain. Or how am I misunderstanding that?
I think you're right. If it's an ERC20, it's on the ETH network.
Right, but it is claiming to be its own blockchain.
Is it claiming to be an ERC20 token?
Where I was looking, it called it an ERC20 token.
Yeah, I see that on the ICO drop website. I wonder if that's accurate or not. I wouldn't think so, but it's definitely worth taking a deeper dive on and doing some investigating.
Well, maybe it goes into, because their whole thing is that they are an app. They let your app run on multiple blockchains, right? That's Arcblock's big selling point.
Okay.
So you can just design your one app however you want, and then it can run on multiple blockchains. Maybe they figured out a way to do something with their own token. I don't know.
Huh. Okay. Let's see. So we were right in the middle of talking about like why it caught our attention. There was some team info you had, Christian, or something about the team.
Yeah, so I mean they have a team of veteran tech professionals who have worked in the just overall tech industry. So taking a quick look at the team, you can see that they have a former CIO of Microsoft Japan on their leadership team, a VP from Expedia, co-founder of Telenav Automotive. So a lot of big names from a lot of big companies. And for me, when I'm looking at an ICO, that's one of the first things I look at is who's the team behind this. Is it, a couple of kids out of their dorm room, or are these seasoned professionals? And, it's not to say that kids out of their dorm room can't make an incredible platform. I mean, Facebook, if you've seen the movie, it was made out of a dorm room. So there is that opportunity, but just I'm looking for where is smart money going, and I see this project backed by smart money.
Yeah. Before we get into some of the other details, I want to talk about the token distribution. Wilson, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you go to the token distribution pie chart? I'm going to ask you a question in a moment about that. Nothing too crazy. I just want to ask you something. Sure. But first, I want to talk about the pie chart itself. So in the token distribution, the plan is to save 32% for community rewards. And they have a little note, minors. So I guess that's for the minors of the community, not children. But 45% is the maximum token amount for sale, 15% reserved for the team, and then 8% for marketing and partner support. So again, looks like basically 45% is going to the public, which is when we were talking about Dragon Chain, we were surprised that only 55% was used for the public. So these numbers are going down, because it used to be it was like 75% was going to the public.
Yeah.
So You got a thought about that?
Yeah, I do. I think, that is somewhat concerning. But then what also excites me is seeing 32% allocated to community rewards. So
Right.
part of that is mining, but I don't believe all of that is mining.
Okay.
So from what I've read, I did take a quick review of the white paper. And essentially, they're creating this new platform, this new blockchain, and then they're just setting it loose to the public to do with it as they will, develop applications and programs for it. And this 32% is banked as rewards for people that are actively developing on this new platform. So I think that's going to encourage developers to come in and improve the platform, bring in no programs, because they're going to be incentivized with tokens.
Yeah. Also, something we forgot to mention when we were talking about why this got our attention is because of how many followers they already have, right?
Oh yeah, their Telegram group is currently at 22,670 people, and for something that's pre-ICO, I haven't seen anything close to that yet.
Yeah, and the thing is whether you like it or not, a part of cryptocurrency exchange is a popularity contest, right? It's just about being the cool kid on the block, even if it's for a moment, and coming out with basically already all of these followers is promising for how it's going to perform later, right? When all of those followers get to finally make some decisions. And so looking out for noticing the products and the companies that have heavy following is an important part of the whole exchange system.
Absolutely.
Wilson, my question for you in that token distribution chart was, it mentions at the bottom Ethereum and CMT Cybermiles. First of all, Cybermiles, what's up with that? It's already somewhere, but
I don't know. I wish I could have got some, but I'm an American citizen. So.
Yeah. So when they mention ETH and CMT, what are they exactly saying there? Are they saying like that's like, are they minting from those?
I don't really know.
Because
I'm curious about that.
There's no description, and the fact that CMT was there was pretty important.
So with this being so early on in the game, there is information that's just not out there yet or released to us yet. The white paper is pretty comprehensive at 25 pages. I'll admit I skimmed through it and tried to take out the highlights. You might be able to find some of that information in there.
Okay.
But CMT is actually listed on their homepage as a partner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
good for Cybermiles,
and also good for Cobinhood. I mean, that shows growth in their exchange, right? I mean,
it shows growth. And
this is their win.
A successful ICO on their platform.
Yeah, because they underwrote, if that's how you say that, the CMT. Yeah. Okay, so moving on with the topic at hand, which is Arcblock. Let's see. So we talked about the team info and how it caught our attention. Wilson, tell me about the product here. We're talking about. You mentioned it earlier, but say it in more detail. What's this deal with their app and how it works with blockchain?
So I'll read the thing first right off their page. An open source protocol that provides an abstract layer for accessing underlying blockchains.
Okay.
Open Chain Access Protocol enables your application to work on different blockchains. No need to alter your business logic or work with multiple blockchain technologies.
But what does it all mean?
So basically it's a go-between. It's like a translator for your app and multiple blockchains.
Oh, so it's not that they have an app; it's that you make the app, right?
Yes.
You're some company, you have an app, and what they do is they're the third party that's connecting you to the blockchain information and
right.
data.
And it lets it work without having to make changes to work on a specific blockchain. So you can just worry about making your app, and you don't have to worry as much about how it's going to work.
They do all the translation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. See, personally, I'm always a fan of tokens and coins that have an actual substantive product that the company is working with. I don't like it when the coin itself is the product, personally. So it's nice to hear that this company is actually got a product it's selling. That means a lot for me, like whether I'm going to decide to buy or not. When something has a product, what's really nice is then it also has rollout dates. And rollout dates often mean good news on the exchange, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the roadmap. Josh, did you want to start us off on that?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, in Q1, they have the first group of founding clients that are going to be powered by the Arcblock. So that's coming out soon. And then they've got their actual token sale that started already. So
No, the token sale is February 3rd.
Well, they just finished, I
Private
think, their
sale began.
pre-sale.
The private sale,
Yeah,
yeah.
private
The
sale
private
began
sale.
January 12th, and then public sale starts February 3rd. But I'm more interested in Q2, right? The launching of the first decentralized consumer app built on the Arcblock, because if what Wilson is saying is true, it hits on a very undervalued thing in this space, which is user friendliness.
Yeah.
So if the Arcblock has the capability of moving back and forth seamlessly, and one of the things that they claim in their white paper is that you don't have to have any extensions, so it's all built in from the web browser, or you can download an app on your phone. And so this would be the first thing that really does that. Now they talk about, and kind of in jest, right, take a shot at people who sacrifice user friendliness for the blockchain tech itself, and how they're kind of going the other way there. So we'll see, because a bunch of developers saying that their stuff is user friendly is different from a consumer saying it's user friendly.
And I personally feel like 2018 is the year of user friendliness on blockchain. I think that the new products are going to be aiming for that, and then that's going to mean a spike in basically noobs who were too intimidated by the technology, who now can maybe pay a slightly bigger fee so they don't have to worry about anything technology-wise.
Yeah, Josh hit it right on the head. When you look at their white paper, they list out 4 or 5 things that are going to differentiate Arcblock from other existing blockchains. And one of the biggest priorities is that currently blockchain is not consumer-friendly. So they're trying remotely. If we want to bring in the masses, we need people that can work on it, understand it, and be able to use the blockchain without being a developer.
Right.
Although, to be fair, I don't know if I want the masses in.
And I'm personally encouraged by the fact that they have a solid 5-year plan, right? They have a 5-year plan about big milestones. I like to, as a person who's deciding whether I'm going to buy or not, I like seeing milestones, because milestones always produce hype on those dates, and that's good for me, a buyer.
Well, particularly too because they're self-imposed deadlines there. So if they give you like an actual time frame, right? Their roadmap is kind of nice because Q2, right? You got that 3-month time or whatever, where the implementing of the Hyperledger and the open chain is actually supposed to launch, and the tokens are supposed to hit the exchanges in the next couple months. If those things don't happen, then all of a sudden you have that same big blow, right, to the credibility of the dev team and everybody else. And we've already seen, well, I mean, we've already seen other coins suffer like that. Hint, hint, Verge. Excuse me.
No, it shows that these guys are organized, and these guys have backgrounds in the tech industry. They've founded companies. They've worked at an executive leadership at large enterprise companies. They understand the importance of building out a roadmap, a 5-year plan, and then executing on that, making sure that they deliver at each benchmark. Because as soon as they start to miss deadlines, that's when the public says, forget Arcblock, we're moving on to whatever the next biggest and greatest blockchain idea is.
Yeah. Well, I think I've been convinced. I think I'm going to take a look at this and do my own little purchase when it's when it goes full on token. And what about you guys?
Yeah, I think we're about probably a month or so from seeing it hit exchanges, but I'm going to be setting up notifications on my phone. So as soon as it hits Binance or whatever exchange it hits, I can keep an eye on it. And, depending on what price point it comes in at, will probably determine if I'm buying and at what quantities I'm buying. But I'm definitely interested, and I see myself wanting to add this to my portfolio.
Yeah.
For me, this is a hold token until December 31st of this year, right? Because by the 4th quarter, they're supposed to release their full Arcblock platform. And so if that's not done by the end of the year, then you have, right? So that you're getting into bed from Q2 to Q4, right? So that's what I'm going to be planning on doing.
Oh, yeah. By the way, in the public sale, 1 ETH will equal 1,900 ABT.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, and I saw it on ICOdrops.com. Right now it's saying that 1 token is equal to about 70 cents USD.
Right, that's about right here. So that's going to be interesting. What that means to me is they're coming out, they're not coming out as a crapper coin. They're coming out as a real player.
Yeah, that's kind of spendy.
I miss the days of 5-cent ICO.
Yeah. I was just thinking that it's like 1,900. Wait, 1 ETH is not $400 anymore. Never mind. That's actually not that much.
Okay, well, hey, I think we did a great job. Arcblock, who you're looking out for? Oh, the website.
We're awesome. Go us.
By the way, the website I forgot to mention at the beginning is www.arcblock.io. Don't go anywhere else for your information. And if you're interested, they probably have a mailing list for your or for your email, and then you can get their updates about what's going on.
Yeah, and if you're interested in getting into the ICO, if you're not in the US, if you're not in China, you can participate. We'll go ahead and throw up a link in the video description for you to register and, take a look at the white paper, do your own due diligence, and make the determination from there if it's
This
something
is
you're
not
interested
financial advice.
in. Not at all.
Also, join their Telegram.
Yeah, Telegram's a great way to see what the community is talking about. Also a good way to look for concerns. If there are concerns about a project, you will find them in the Telegram group.
Yeah.
All right. We got
We're
anything
out.
else?
We're good.
See you.